hold the thing in your right hand, it goes like,
Oh, I remember that one.
Because also like historically, they do say that Nandi had Shaka very young. I think yes. I think maybe I was convinced because he did. You know what I like? They're so both Temikosi and Zwide. Can I tell you, Sombeli was really good at being annoying. He was really good at being annoying. I think he was almost too. I love Robot Boys. Very good at what he does. He had no business being there. They tried. Makana, he's not even Zulu. So I'm not even gonna address Makana.
Christ excellence inside my DNA, divine elegance, resonant blessedness that hit the way.
Okay.
Wow, okay.
What up, everyone? Welcome back to another one of MzansiScope. As you all know, we do film reviews, TV shows, and everything.
Mzansi.
Today, my host is not here, but I'm joined by Apiwe Ndluli, right?
Yes.
What's that other famous name of yours? The one I love so much.
Ayapila. Tandiswa.
Tandiswa.
Oh,
yes,
yes,
guys, I'm gonna be calling you Tandiswa throughout.
Okay.
Yes. And today we're doing Shaka iLembe, guys. Today we're
Yes.
doing Shaka iLembe season 2. We did season 1, and the reason we have Apiwe here, she's a big fan of Shaka iLembe, and she's gonna break it down for us before we watch the trailer and then dive into it. Apiwe, what's happening in season 2? Just synopsis.
So season 2 essentially focuses on Shaga's reign and how he wins his people over, and then also starts his plan on joining all the kingdoms is what now known as the Zulu tribe. Yes, so that's essentially what it is in a nutshell. So it follows the betrayals, the plots to dethrone him, you know, how he beats great kings, the whole nine. That's essentially what it focuses on.
Interesting. So before we dive in more, let's watch the trailer, because that's what we always do. Then we're gonna go into it. Sishay.
Ayibadle.
Asilweni ngoba kuphela kepha silweni ukwakha isizwe esinohlonze sekunjalo.
That was my favorite sequence, this one.
Man.
Lezintaba kuyohlala kungokwami. Inkosi eqotho layihluka ukumfela ndawonye. Wena wangivuma ngabayile umuntu enginguwe. Konke engikwenzayo ngenzela wena. Umnewethu baleke nomngani.
Dingisayo.
Yo. Take it. Chills. Literal chills.
Yeah, I'm feeling that too. Yeah. Yo. Okay, so from season 1, we saw him like from young age growing up to become the person he becomes.
Yes.
And then now he's this person, most feared, strong, but then there's Zwide, who is also like as much stronger, right?
Yes.
And then we have, who's the other one beside Dingiswa, of course, him and
Mzilikazi, obviously we see his succession. I think that's the most notable one that I noticed as well. And obviously the downfall of Abatetwa since Dingiswa was like...
It's gone. Damn, it's so interesting. You know what? I didn't understand. I feel like the reason I love Shaka iLembe, when I was young, I would always say like, I felt like Umtetwa was like so smart, he should have been the one to unite, and then AmaZulu are called Mtetwa or something like that. Yes. So now in Shaka iLembe we get to understand
why he didn't succeed, because it was his plan, and that's what they shared in season 1, that his plan was to unite, and then Shaka also joined in. But what I liked is that, because obviously we all know Shaka as like a brutal king, but what I like is that they show how he becomes that way. So obviously in season 1 it was because of his upbringing and like being rejected by his father, etc. But then now they also show how like that's what he uses to set the tone, because in in episode 1 with Pungashi, I think it is, with the Buthelezi clan, because he killed his brother Upaguza, right? So, and I don't know if a lot of people caught this, because a lot of people are complaining, saying that like if you're watching this season and you look away for a second, you miss a whole lot, right? So I had to rewatch a few times to get it. With the Buthelezi war, there was a point where all the cows were killed, all the Zulu cows were killed, and then they blamed Upungashi. But it was actually Ushaka who did that in order to start a war with the Buthelezis, because he knew that they wouldn't resist, but then also win his people. But essentially he was using violence, although it seemed like it was in a good context, but it was still violence. And you see, like, as he goes on, especially how his brutality knows no limits, because with Unomo, his friend from Elangeni, right? No, not Elangeni, sorry, Kwakwabi.
He's from...
I forget what that's called.
Is he the younger brother of
Pagatwai? Yes. They're brothers. So...
That's fine, you can cross.
So with... Oh, do I wait?
No, it's fine. You can
cross. So with that, there was a point where his brutality, when he was warning Unomo of like, you must be patient. I will help you become a king. Just like how the Mtesos helped Ushaka. Ushaka was willing to help Unomo, right? But unfortunately, I guess Nomo is a representation of what goes wrong if you're not patient. So if Shaka hadn't been patient, I feel like he would have been in a similar position as Unomo. And so obviously he...
And Shaka got to learn that because Dingiswa used to tell him to be patient, be patient.
Exactly. So with that, Umkopos and Ongnoboga, who are like Shaga's best buds, they saw how he can even kill them.
And he did tell them, or like...
That he would, exactly. So I think I like how they gradually showed how he became that, because I don't think being bullied as a kid is enough. It can be for some people, but I think for Ushaka specifically, I like how they showed that gradual increase. And obviously when Udingiswayo was like killed, then that just, I feel like that really like set it off entirely. It's like, oh, it's serious.
So looking at how they tell the stories, because they're trying to, I feel like they mirror more on the family of Zwide, and then family of Shaka, Dingiswa, and then they like somehow bring like is it Mwabe, and then
Mzilikazi and Mzilikazi's
family. They don't do much on the Kumalos at the beginning until Mzilikazi.
Yes, because of his succession.
Yes. So like I want us to talk about like the narrative, how it's set up. Like, what do you think about how it's set up? The transitions from telling this to telling this, telling this to telling this, because they are like layering.
I think, I won't lie, this season definitely had a lot more content than the previous one. So I did understand when a lot of people are like, if you look away and then you look up, you're lost, right? But I think it was necessary because they're still showing the transition of Shaga's reign, right? And how he gets to start joining the kingdom. So I think it worked quite well because there's a lot of sub-stories that exist within it, which is why it made sense that they focus on the three big families, the Zulus, the Mthethwas, and Abagandwandwe, because those are like the main things that let all the other things fall into place. Because if we didn't follow the Ndwandwes that much, we wouldn't have understood Mzilikazi's need to support Ushaka and be the king that he is. We wouldn't understand how Soshangane gets to now set himself apart and then start his own
tribe.
people, you know? So I think it was okay. You just had to pay attention. I don't know.
Yeah.
I find it easy to pay attention, and
Because I know the way people were disappointed. I mean, like, who say like maybe season 1 was the best or something. But for me, I feel like it was off at the beginning where I'm like, episode 1, okay, episode 2, okay, episode 3, it was giving Squid Games. And then I started finding it more interesting from, I think, episode 5. So,
not even after episode 3, because I understand. I understand episode 1, 2, and 3 because they had to make him king. So that part was like understandable.
It was like too much information, which is
it was like the history. It was the history lesson part of it of like, okay, so this is how a king becomes king, and you do this and you do that. No, actually, maybe it's because I'm a historian and I wanted to know like
more about
because even for example, like just to be a nerd here with the episode 3 of like the king's coronation, there's a lot of things that they do now with the current king Mzilikazi with his coronation that I remembered, and I saw the parallels in Shaka's coronation to a point where they sang the one song that I love so much. I don't even know if I can sing it.
She's Zulu, guys.
Oh, in case you didn't know. In case you didn't know. But anyway, like they sang the song that I love so much, and I was like,
what's the song?
Oh, it goes. Don't judge me. So like you have so you hold the thing in your right hand. It goes like,
Oh, I remember that one.
I love that. Guys, I love that song.
I remember it.
I love it so much. So I think that was really cool, and like how a king's spear or axe thing, like how it's an arrow and all that. Like that's because it's a tradition that they even do like now, that like this is the king's weapon thing or axe. I don't know what it is.
No, I get
what they
you.
call it. So I think there was a lot of like history lesson, which I think is exposition. But dare I say, I understand why maybe by episode 5 you're like, okay.
Yeah, because I want to see a fight, Pelan.
You know? Yes. And valid. But I think shame the exposition had to happen so the fighting makes sense. Because then if it's just fighting, it's like, okay, but what are we fighting for? Exactly. Because there was a lot of like meta, like for example with Zwide and his non-stop revenge. It's revenge on revenge on revenge on revenge on revenge.
And so, like you forget his problems. Like,
exactly.
I want to do this because you did this, but you forget what he did
in the first place. He's like, especially with the king. I forget the king's name in the beginning, where he made the mothers like basically kill him. Which was a very interesting scene.
I remember that scene.
That was a very interesting scene.
Which one was that one? I remember it.
Where like the
mothers have to come and stab.
Yes, it's
like,
when they introduced Mzilikazi. It's the same sequence where they introduced Mzilikazi, all the sons, and then after that, it was when they brought the mothers to whatever. That was an interesting thing for me because, like, even Ntombazana was like, it's too much, and I'm like, even Ntombazana says it's too much.
It's too much.
Because
she's the witch,
bro.
Yeah.
I mean, like, she took the king's head and was doing like some weird surgeon stuff on it, so.
Because she wanted the power.
Which obviously then didn't pay off.
They didn't get it. But yeah, in terms of performance, I mean like we have so many characters but we can't cover all.
There's no way.
Like we can go
a whole week.
Hour by hour. Break it down Ushaka, break it down Ntombazana. Like there was just like so many good people where I was like, wow, I kept on saying wow. Some of them we can just maybe give them a shout out. But if you want to talk about someone, I'm going to allow you to talk about someone because it's a free platform. But for me, Shaka's transition from right from the beginning towards the end, like you said, you already touched on that. And then Zwide, Dingiso, there was not much.
Yeah, because I think that was on purpose though, because there was a point where he was just like he plateaued. Even as a king, it made sense that.
They didn't even get us to show his wives or like, cause, bro, you have kids.
But no one really knows. Which is, but also that's actually a good thing because in season 1 he had like 2 or 3 kids.
Yes, but I'm like.
But then Somveli was the only one that we know of.
You see, so I feel like they even like focused more on like, to you, we just want this and we're gonna take this and go, because they didn't do much. Unlike Barkman, Zwide's brother. I didn't know he had 11 kids. Until
Can I tell you? I rewinded and I paused. I said 1, 2, 3.
How many are they?
There's 6 kids and 2. It looked like 2 wives.
Yes.
It looked like 2 wives. But then in the last episode, there was only 1 wife. So I was like, something's not.
He was
Something's not.
establishing with Unyengelezi.
Nengelezi.
No, but in the beginning there was
Yes.
Ntombazana was
Yes, Wozani was vakashela. Yeah, I feel like they were. Exactly.
So they showed
I feel
us
like they were doing.
naughty.
I feel like they were. I thought they were having like. Can I say this? I thought they were having like orgies. You have to. But that's how much. I wasn't surprised that like you had so many kids because like I know that like back then there was no contraceptive and all that kind of stuff. But like I was like, oh, like it's like
out of
boom, he's got 6 kids and 2 wives. It's like
kill all of them.
and it's like this is how we find out. Oh, he's a whole father. Oh.
That's crazy.
Because I've never even seen baba, and then and then the child runs past.
Yeah, so
Exactly.
wow. You watch line by line.
Yes.
You were analyzing like
Exactly.
Performance. Who do you want to start with? We shouldn't leave Nandi.
Even.
I want us to talk about Nandi.
Who's this?
Let's rather. Who is that?
He's a Wakazela.
Yeah, who are we starting with?
You're starting. For me, I'm gonna say Ntombazana, played by Amanda Siome. I like how she was casted because I think a lot of people try to make it seem like because she's not what society nowadays would deem as like conventionally attractive or society. Okay, English, but whatever. Like a lot of people would argue that she's not attractive. And it's almost like a lot of people are like, oh, why are they trying to convince us that she's so beautiful? Like, oh, and I'm like, they're really missing the point. Because the way she knows how to obviously do her job, which was to seduce. That was...
But I think she fell in love.
Because she did. That's why I was like, uh-oh. Is she gonna do it? Is she not gonna? Which I like though, because initially she's like, yeah, I wanna be of value, and then she ended up being of value in a way that was like the most highest form of being recognizable, to a point where her father says, many men have tried to bring this king to me, but my daughter did it. And I think how she played that was really nice, like how she was faking it, and then but you could tell when she was faking, and you could tell when she was actually in love with him, and then you could tell when she came back to her senses and was like, I'm on a mission.
Killing him, like
yes, she didn't say a word.
They
actually,
were into it like from the beginning.
She didn't say anything.
And then she started like okay,
and like her like the way she made her body like react. I didn't realize that she didn't say a single word.
Yeah.
And even then, like with when she lied about the feather and all that, like you almost believe her.
I did believe her.
Me too, until I was like, why would she wait this long?
Feather, not Shaka. If you look at the feathers, they're not the same.
And even then, like Shaka wasn't wearing any feathers when he was in the
But there
thing.
was a time that he was wearing.
He just wasn't wearing that one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
His Shaka's feathers like long and whatever.
Like, okay, cool. Ntombazana, perfect. But what about the grandmother?
But we know was legend, icon.
You.
Carbonina.
You
love her down. I think she even, because people were like, I hate her so much. And we're like, no guys, like when you hate her,
story.
Yes, that means she's doing her job. Because even then she's like, oh my gosh, that's like the biggest compliment. I love her down. I think she's so good, you almost like don't even think much about it. I think even right up until the last moment in the last episode, just like this, I don't know if it's because of Iskolosake, because it's so high, but even the way she like sits and the way she talks and then her voice, love her down. Love her down.
You know, like when we're still on that, no? I'm just thinking about like the transition, like age as they grow old and everything. The way she's so good, no? I always like don't notice it because she's too good, and also the role which they gave her, I'm like always like forget about it. Unlike when we go to other characters, I'm like, you still here, you still like this,
You still look the same.
yeah. I feel
Like for
what,
me,
what do you think about that though? Do you think they should have casted another Nandi, or they should have done went hard on makeup?
no, I don't think they should have changed because also like historically they do say that Nandi had Shaka very young, so she wouldn't really age like I don't want to say a normal woman. Like she wouldn't age as if she had a kid at like when she was more grown. I think she had Shaka at a very young age, so it did kind of make sense. So like they tried to make her look more mature. I think because sometimes when you grow as a woman, like the body I have now will be different to the body I have at 25, which will be different at the body I have at 35, and so on and so on and so on. So that's when sometimes I was like, it's not really believable. But otherwise, the costume and like I think with makeup they tried to give her a darker lipstick. They gave her the 2 walking sticks just to try and show that she's more mature. I think they did okay. But because a lot of like history speaks so highly of Queen Nandi and how she was always beautiful and always young looking and all that kind of stuff, I was like, okay, they can kind of get away with it because then casting a new one,
Not for me.
there's not enough. I feel like there wasn't enough time to now get used to the new one and then move on. Because when Shaka changed in the first season, obviously naturally he had to change, right?
But Shaka like changes, like his
his hair.
from.
But I think it's easier because. Like, because in season, I noticed this, because obviously in season 1, when he was a teenager, his hair was shorter. He was built, but like he was still kind of skinny. Whereas now,
was something like there was a transition.
it's the hair. It's the hair and the muscle mass, I swear.
Do you remember on
He's not even that
in
skinny.
season 1 when he turns around the rock?
The rock, yeah.
And then when he comes, he looked way different.
It gave Lion King there.
Yeah,
It did.
he looked way different compared to when he was running. Going there, like his transition like was crazy. Also, like you were saying with Nandi, she was fine, but I just felt like guy Ntombazana is too beautiful.
But that's the point.
But
that is the point.
She stand out against everything.
That's the
that
point.
lady is very beautiful, guys.
That's the point,
like, you
though.
even forget the character. You see Ntombazana. I didn't see Nandi. I was seeing Ntombazana. Like I felt like she's
I think the scene where I saw what you're saying was when it was after Shaka comes back to, like, I don't know if it was the new palace or whatever, and he basically blames Unandi for like almost whispering in his ear, saying like, oh, thing is why like led him to his own downfall. In that scene, it was supposed to be a moment of like, I'm standing up against my mother and she let me down. But then it was giving like, this is why, okay, like as in like my brother's coming to me and be like, I should have never listened to you. It didn't feel very much like this is someone speaking to their mother. Because yes, because we know like that would have been like, I'm standing up to my mother. It didn't feel that way, but I did still feel the whole thing of like he's becoming more independent, which is scary for her as a mother. But I think they really had to drill that in my head sometimes. But again, I'll only let it slide because history says Nandi was crazy beautiful, like crazy. Yes.
Nandi.
Yes. Because even in the old Shaka, like that Nandi was really beautiful. Like she is supposed to stand out.
I remember,
but she's not coming beautiful. Season 3, even in the crew.
Oh.
Nonza.
Why?
She's just producing.
Yeah, she's not gonna do anything.
Why?
No, but her character has to die, Mus.
But she's not coming back.
But
her character has to die.
Even that one, doesn't she leave or something?
Man.
The old Shaka Zulu or something.
I never watched the old Shaka Zulu, and I never will.
Yeah, I think now that one like she leaves or something. She doesn't.
I think Shaka decides to like they have a whole thing of like the mother tries to control like everything, but then they decide to yes.
I think that's what they're going.
She goes somewhere like the mother. It's not the mother speaks where she is, and then Shaka leaves, or the other way around. The mother leaves, and then
I think the mother leaves.
Yeah. It makes sense if she leaves, though.
I think the mother is gonna leave. But like also,
But she needs to die.
Let's talk about Barking Shaka, ne? And also talk about like his dynamic with his mother and him not wanting to have a wife.
Go on. I have something I want to say.
Man,
I have a few things I want to say.
I just want to know from your side, what do you think is contributing to this? Because with me, like, remember earlier on we had a conversation where I was like, I'm thinking when he was young, he liked a girl. But that's not enough.
It's not.
It's not enough to push you to that degree. But also noticing his mother's character and the way she does things, he can't say no to her. Do you think that's the problem?
Yes. So, yes. To answer your question, yes. Because naturally, Nandi was the parent that stuck by him and kept him alive up until the point where he's a king. And in the first few episodes, she exhibits very much boy mom behavior where, my son this, my son this, my son this, my son that. And she's even told to like, babes, like you need to step back now because there's a lot of things that he needs to do on his own, right? But it also seemed like as much as Shaka was angry and did want to avenge the himself based off of like the ill treatment he got from Nobamba, most of the brutality was coming from Munandi, for example. Like when when they brought her in the episode and she snapped. It was Santa Akona's, I think, one of his... Ndando Duma's character.
Also, her being a mother wasn't so convincing for me there.
I think...
Were you convinced?
Yes. I think maybe I was convinced because... Am I missing something?
Parat is a different. I'm not attacking the character.
Yeah.
Character, perfect.
Yeah.
She plays the role.
Yes.
Perfect.
100%.
I'm just like, I'm looking at her. I'm like, is this casting choice like perfect for what she's playing? Because she looked so young.
But that's the thing, like you'd be surprised, like Peter, yes, like princesses or women like literally serve no other purpose but to marry. So as soon as you're young and you look like, I'm 20, I literally could have been married.
3 kids by now.
Do you know what I mean? If I got married off at 18, like if my family, like, cause somewhere down the line in my lineage, if I remember correctly, we were like royals. And if I was a princess, I would have been married off as soon as I have hips, as soon as I have, you are ready.
Small, they don't even wait.
Exactly, and the thing is with Upipi, like they were like wanderers, so it made sense. And I think she only had one child, so that even makes it even more realistic that she only had one child, and that one child obviously was Uskuchana, who was killed in season 1. So. Yeah, what was the question?
Where were we going to? I even forgot.
No,
we're talking about Shaka.
Yes, so I want to go back to that. Yes, so you start to see that a lot of his brutality doesn't necessarily come from his own thing. It comes from Munandi, because there's a lot of scenes in the first 3 episodes, even when she is speaking with Umkabi, Sandana Kona's first wife, and she's still speaking with like vengeance. And there's moments where Umkabai will also side-eye her and be like, oh, like, why does she want to fight? And like, and it's like, okay, maybe some of this, maybe some of this anger is not Shaga's own, because Shaga was a kid also. So he didn't really understand, and he wasn't there for most of it. He just had the whole thing of like, my father had broke my heart, etc., etc. Yes, because even in the episode where he's like coronated and the king, they have that whole Black Panther moment where he's alone in the hill or whatever. Then he said he didn't want to even be by his father. He wanted to be met by his grandfather. You see, so I think that's, and Shaka was starting to fight back, which is why when he said he doesn't want a wife, I feel like Nandi went to Uliana on purpose, because Liana
was right after that.
Yes, because Liana also like shows similar traits to Nandi. Like she speaks up for herself. She doesn't like to go with the flow. She has her own opinions. So it was that whole thing of like, as a mom, you know your power or your influence over your son stops. So if you really want to control, you get him a wife, because then with that wife, you can still speak through her, who can speak to him.
And I think that was a perfect casting, because Uliana, she was that, like,
you didn't even question it.
Yeah, because now you like Ushaka, like at some point, like you will enjoy having the conversation with her.
Because they think quite similar. I think it was cute.
They are
like
leaders.
Yeah, they had chemistry. I think what I liked was like when she was told to come to his hut, and she's like, they said I must come here. Like, what do I like put her down? Like, what happens now? And he's like, well, do you want to? She's like, no, but I don't know. Like I don't really have much of a say here.
And back in the days,
you know, like, and then they don't, and instead of drinking water with her, they drink umqombothi. I'm like, that alone is
these
something.
Are
Yes, like she gives very much kingmaker vibes, and I think that was a really nice. I liked how also they didn't do that thing where like he was a horrible person to her like throughout. I think I like that they showed that he was like cracking a little bit, which is why Unandi, like I think what proved that she sent Uliana was literally the morning after, and she was like, oh, she's giving you new ideas. You've got this ambition almost. And it's like, so she's using Uliana to do that, just like how she...
Like, looking at what you just said now, we know this never happened. Like, in real life. I'm not sure if it's there on the history of Shaka.
What?
Him and Liana.
The details, no.
The details.
No.
Like...
That's the dramatization part of the show.
I feel like I actually enjoyed it because I know it's not actual like real. It has to be like some fiction element.
Like Balega and Dingiswa in season 1. I think was just that little just to add some character depth,
Yeah. I think I really do love that. Even though people may come and just assume or like maybe it actually happened, but we do know that like it wasn't there. Shaka just wanted to be a king.
I believe, okay, this is speculation. I do believe that there were moments where he may have liked a girlie just a little too much, but then he would quickly, just like what he did with Uliana, but like he would quickly be like, no, I can't. It can't continue, because obviously I think a lot of people, I don't know, like this debate: did Shaka have kids? Did he not have kids? Guys, there was no pull-out games. There was no condoms. There was no birth control. There was no plan B.
All the kids there are his kids. Hey, that killed me. But like, how? Someone's gonna take over your throne. Like, you must have your kids. You know, like, no, everyone here is my child.
Which is true. No, I was like, he's valid. Like, but also that's the thing. I don't think him not dating has to do with his mother or anything too much. He literally just doesn't want sons who are going to kill him for the throne, because he saw how Somveli wanted the throne. Although, okay, Somveli didn't kill his father himself.
But he did.
But he did something that got his father killed. Because even if Ntombazana didn't succeed, Dingiswayo was still going to die. Can we talk about that? Because some people are like, Dingiswayo died because of bombs. I'm like, no, guys. He was still going to die because of Somveli. It was just a matter of time. Because that trade thing where they stole the things and then they killed Induna, that was a trap to go and do what? Kill Dingiswayo.
And also, I just feel like, do you think Dingiswayo, he was no longer fit to fight? Yes, he did show some power, like when he was fighting there in the crowd, when they were like having that moment before they killed him. But also, do you think his army stood a chance against the Zwide's army without Shaka? Because his plan was like to come late, even.
Yes.
Do you remember?
Yes.
Do you think he would have
I'm saying yes to all of your questions.
You think?
Let me tell you, yes. Wanna know why? Because so the Mtetwas have always been powerful.
And the
Zwides were a close second, because the Zulus, like, they were very small. Like, it was very small at the time. So it was the Mtetwas and the Zwides, like, a really close second. But after that thing where they looted, where the Ndwandwes looted the Mtetwa traders, Goloza had a vision that they're going to lose. That was the whole thing. So to try and combat that, that's when they sent Ntombazana, right? Number one.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's a Mtetwa relative who married Ndwandwe.
Yes, I remember the one.
So then they brought him as well to try and be like, yeah, peace, right? That was the initial plan. But Ntombazi then kept it to herself that no, I'm going to send Ntombazana to seduce him, whatever, get his DNA, then we do the things that'll make us win.
Otherwise, we're not winning this.
Yes, because she knew that, like, Kolosetsi Yokoba Upondo. Like, there's no doubt about it. So they did definitely stand a chance. But what I like is how they showed that, like, Dingiswayo was, like, plateauing. Because I think, I don't know, I rewatched this, but I still don't know where it is. There was a moment where the Mteswas are fighting someone. I think they were fighting this other king that they should have killed in season 1. And then he came back and said, yeah, I'm getting Konze in. Yeah, so when they were fighting that war, him and Gomani were, like, watching the army fight. Then they were like, but they were like, should we do it? Like, out of, like, for old time's sake, they go. Thing is why, like, he hurt his shoulder. So they were showing things like, he's not that strong. He's making decisions out of emotion now. He's not making it out of the logic and the clear mind that he used to. Then now he's clashing with Ushaga. Like, things like that. So I think...
I was even starting to think was having the same issue as his father. Because remember his father had...
some sort of... I think... I don't know what it was.
What was that, fella?
I don't know.
Yeah, well, like, he will forget.
But he'll forget, like... Mid-conversation, he'll forget where he is.
I thought they were going to go that route with him as well. Like, when we were going, I'm like, oh, okay, that's not how it's going. This bro is just going to serve himself to Zwide and he slaughter him just like that, which was so painful.
The fact that I know the history, like, I knew exactly how Dingiswayo dies. I know it. But to see it... I was crying, guys. I even traded on TikTok for the week. I was crying.
You have to man, like, babe,
I cried. You can even ask him. I cried. I cried.
The man is here.
Even I
the man is here. Okay.
I cried on TikTok. Like, my TikTok, like, I cried. And people were crying. We were all crying together in the comments. Because also...
crying session.
I cried. Because I think... I don't know. That was painful. Yeah, I think to see someone, because even he knew, I feel like he knew that he was being bewitched.
But he also got it when he was there.
I feel like, because remember, like, on his way there, because remember there was the beds. When the thing was done, like, there were sounds of beds, and then they actually came to fetch him. So I think at some point he had accepted that something is, because then literally the next episode he's like, I know that you bewitched me to get me here, because I wouldn't have just walked, just like waltzed my way in here, just for that. So I think they did good in showing that, like, his time is coming to an end, because I think that would have sucked if they didn't do it properly. Because Shaka wouldn't be Shaka if Dingiswayo... I feel like Shaka wouldn't be Shaka if Dingiswayo didn't die, because Dingiswayo was the one who was leading and joining everyone together.
I agree. And in fact, we should have had, like, Abatetoa Natal. I'm joking. But, like, now I remember, like, why I was so bored go episode 1, 2, 3, 4. I feel like I loved character like Dingiswayo in season 1.
Oh, same.
For me, it was
100%.
Just, like, so good.
I think that's why I cried, because it's like, no, like, he's supposed to win. Like, why is it?
Yeah, it was so good. Zwide.
My mother's ancestor. My mom is Wagangumal.
Really?
Zwide Galangankabantle. Even my uncle's name was Ndwandweni.
That's so interesting, but because isn't it like...
She's a witch!
No, I'm a descendant. I'm a descendant. Like, okay, let me explain what she told me. So, Mama apologize, forgive me, because she did tell me in detail, but I kind of forgot some of the details. So you see how obviously the Ndwandwes were the Ndwandwes, and Soshangane was, now you saw at the end he started his own people with the Ndwandwe people, and then they become Amashangan, right? So that happens. They go.
That's not me.
Then they go, right? So somewhere along the line, fine, their lives, they establish there, etc., etc. But they're still obviously Zulu-speaking people. There's just some sort of like dialect difference and stuff like that. Then eventually, somewhere along the line, they have a Tsonga king. Then somewhere along the line again, they become like Ongumalo and whatnot, Ongumalo,
that's what I was coming to.
Yes, so
I know for some reason the king of Tsonga people, they use the surname.
Yeah, so my mom's descendant. which is cool.
That's why I was laughing.
So my mom, like, there were a bunch of Ngumanos that moved back to KZN, which is crazy because where my mom is from, Epongola, like Godlayo, it looks very good Nkomo-ish because of the sand. The sand's like red and whatnot. So I don't know if I need to ask her if it's related. So yeah, no, 100%.
Now black.
No, I almost wore red and black today. I was this close to wearing red and black. So then basically, then they came here. So that's like my mom's, like she descends from that line of Ngumalos. So Zwide, and a lot of, like, even in the family, they refer to each other as Zwide Galana. So, so that's like my mother's king. Like all of them. Like those are my mother's whatevers, which is funny. Because obviously in the episode where Digaswai was killed, they're like, yeah, I called my mom, I said, Mama, Ibo.
Everyone must die.
Yo, Mama, Ibo. Koloza.
Oh, Koloza. It's so interesting. So I did check like some history where like social man goes that side to start his tribe, and then he finds Tonga people, not Tonga people who are known for peace, and then he was like, damn, I'm finding these people, they are so cool, why should I go back to war and stuff. Like my father told me about those typical history. And then now later, I think around 2019 there was some ongoing thing where they were fighting for the throne, like who's gonna be king of Tonga people so that they can unite everyone. And then people started saying, we're like, why don't we go to Batuba, Kwa, Numalo, those type of things. So like, just that I didn't get to go much into details and follow it because I know people die for those positions.
Oh, 100%. The whole thing of dying for the throne, killing for the throne, lying for is nothing new.
Yeah.
Even mothers, because remember, even mothers trying to push their sons to be kings, even though they know very well that the rules, because it's a royal and a royal, make a child, that son will be a king, no one else, unless all those royal potentials are dead, then it's your son. With the whole Misuzulu thing, they tried to put his other older brother, his mother's just a normal person, whereas Misuzulu, both his parents are royal. Like, it's nothing new, which is kind of crazy.
So it just comes also to show us like how we are one, like, because even when I'm checking, like, there at home, there is a family Mzilikazi, there is a family Ntombazana, there's you. I think like everything, when you get to connect everything, you realize, oh, so this one and this one is one family, this one and this one is one family. Interesting history. But yeah, character-wise, Zwide.
Oh,
I like that.
I won't lie.
Zwide.
Slow clap.
Nah, it's you.
Slow clap. Even when he was crying. Even when he cried, which was, it was sad but funny. Wonder why? Let me tell you why. Cause obviously he's like, Pespa, in. Then he was like, in that scene, just please do yourself a favor, rewatch that scene. He was like, ish. And when he said ish, I died. I said, I can't. He's like,
and the black one for this, like, was like, you wanna hate this guy.
Like this.
He's always like, and even though he was like, Mzilikazi. What's he name? But honey, they've made some. Hey, South Africa's quick. No man crash. They made
Shaka's sister.
Princess Nomgoba. But she's valid. According to the girls on TikTok, shame. They all wish they were Nomgoba in that moment, handing him the thing. Like, and then you look away and you stand up. They've made so many edits. He's the new man crush on the block. I'm telling you, Mzilikazi, he's the new.
It's also nice.
I'm telling you.
Nah.
Oh, is that social?
And he always, that stresses me out. When he's about to fight, he throws his shield. I said, why? I get it. I understand. I understand obviously that he was like trained by Ndwandwe. Ndwandwe were vicious, which makes sense. But like, don't do that. Like that's, I found that very scary. Like that's not even the point.
I thought he was gonna die though at some point, but I was like, I know.
No, because I know that. Because I know the history. Because I know the history, I think that was a nice spoiler for me.
As soon as like he pushed Barugman, who saw Shaka in the water, I knew he wasn't going to die.
Because he didn't need to do that.
This is the moment
And
where
don't
like,
turn
they
the
all
back
out.
open each other's eyes
And be like, we're not
'Cause-
even their kids, so we need to do our own thing.
Because they meet back on the other side.
Yeah.
Mzilikazi and social man, right?
And then don't turn the back.
Yeah, no? You check everything, eh? So yeah, like I really loved the character guys with the guys.
He did. You know what I like? They're so, both Thembinkosi and Zwide, like, and this is why I wrote down what I wrote down in my notes. Because in season 1, obviously, best supporting went to Dingiswayo for obvious reasons. And I was thinking to myself, who's going to take it this time? Or who should take it this time? And I agree that it should be, I agree with myself, that it should be Uzwide.
I agree.
Because the way he embodied that thing of like, I don't know, like that whole thing of like you go up, you peak, you plateau, and then you start to go down. He did that in such a really good way that like, it's like, as an actor, to embody that so well.
And to think he was sleeping one set.
You had that Zwide.
Yeah, Zwide. Like this year, it must go to Zwide. I truly.
The awards they moved to next year, so.
Yeah, I think I'm
But also like as long as Zwide gets it,
He's gonna
that's that. I think even
Unless
ticking the
if
boxes.
there's something which comes in now, cause hey, people can surprise you with productions.
Nah, until are closing, no.
Yeah.
Entries are closed.
Aye, okay, I think we chop performance unless if you were thinking of someone.
Don't tag it.
Something.
Somveli. Okay, can I tell you, Somveli was really good at being annoying. He was really good at being annoying. I think he was almost too good that I had to remember, oh, this is still Umelusi from Isibaya. Like, I had to be like, oh, it's like, oh, it's this guy. But like, he played that thing so well.
So
like,
well.
the arrogance, the how he wants to be king. The thing didn't even fit him correctly. You see when they were putting on the cloak, the bracelets, he has to squeeze the bracelets. It just didn't fit him. And like how he was like trying to lie his way through, but his lies have very short legs. And I think
It's not a good lie,
terrible liar.
Ungamthembi.
Terrible lie. Like, I'm like, you're projecting. That's not how you lie. When you lie, you tell half truths. So that it doesn't jump in so that you're lying because you're saying something that's true and then whatever. So no man. So he was really good at being annoying, and I think I'll commend him. Same with Mondi, his uncle. Same thing, really good at being annoying. So I think I'll give them that. The people that were annoying, he's so ridiculous. Can I tell you, he's so proud of a strong kingdom that he didn't even build.
Yes.
Because he's like, when he found out Dinga and Ntombazana, was it Ntombazana?
Yes.
Which, by the way, Ntombazana is not Ntombazana they showed us in episode 1. I checked, I rewatched. It's not the same. It's not the same. Something's not the same way. Because they said it was Wanda and Drovo, then I don't see Wanda until the last episode.
Wanda came, but yeah, he was on the last episode.
Yeah, and it didn't. They introduced him as Ntombazana, but that's not the point. Point is,
he was shooting.
you see. So anyway, that scene where Mbande no thing and they obviously get him out in the woods and then plan to Mondisa. Him just saying, oh, you plan to kill me, I'm going to kill you. I'm like, that's an act of war. Because his plan was, let the Ndwandwes and the Zulus fight each other while we chillax. But if you kill Shaka's brothers, 2 of them, mind you, what does that do?
It's gonna start
1 + 1 is exactly. So that was also just like really ridiculous. He had to go.
I don't
Sorry.
Think
He had to go.
Yeah, I didn't have brains for. But
He was gone half the time, wasn't he? With the concerts. He was with the concerts anyway.
If he was like as good as Dingiswayo, he would have like managed to build like working the arbitrator like going forward. But like
he wanted to maintain. He didn't want to expand. He wanted to maintain, which is the problem.
But like I think like we touched on everyone. What did we forget?
Talk about
Can I talk about my fave?
Boy and thingy on.
Oh!
And
You just had to piss me off. Listen.
what did you say? What did you
They say you said Kwave.
Yeah.
But he said Kwave.
say?
Can I say no?
Yes.
And but also by the way, even on first one there was the guy who said fuck. Do you remember?
When they were
No, but he didn't say the full thing. He just the phonetics, the phonics of the word of the F word, which is still called. No, listen, I agree with you. He just didn't say the full word. Okay, I was gonna be nitpicky like that. But anyway, back to MacG and Robot Boy, guys. I love Robot Boy. Very good at what he does. He had no business being there. They tried. MacGyver, he's not even Zulu. So I'm not even gonna address MacGyver. MacGyver's not even Zulu. It's clear that it was a PR crossover. No, but Lemokhan grew up in KZN. No, don't start. Lemokhan grew up in KZN.
Interesting.
Mina, ngimazi njengo Bambata from Isthembiso. Zulu F, okay? So Lemokhan, let's not even start. MacGyver can't even speak a single sentence. Have you heard MacGyver speak Zulu? Have you? It's horrible. It's horrible.
It's like Refumo speaking.
Exactly. It's horrible. So that, okay, I have a few points. So my first point is they look like, so you know, like with Bridgerton, for example, like the British stuff, they do a lot of period pieces, and there's this discourse that says, oh, this person has an iPhone face, meaning you look like you know what an iPhone is. MacGyver and Robot Boy have those faces. You look like you know what an iPhone is. And that's a problem. Especially
because
yes and no. Yes, because I've only seen you on digital platforms, but no, because you also just look like you know what an iPhone looks like. Because next to the other actors who definitely know what iPhones look like,
so
they stick out.
That was influencer casting.
Yes, the crossover thing. Because remember, DSTV did a whole thing with the Podcast and Chill Network where they podcast on MzansiScope and whatnot. So I understand that, but that could have been an advert. It didn't need to be in the scene. And I'm also upset because that was my favorite scene. Pakatwayo versus Shaka. I have been waiting for that. I have been waiting for that since I saw Pakatwayo again. And they ruined it for me. Secondly, maybe I'm just being a nuisance, but Robot Boy is too tall. So in Shaka iLembe, no one else is built like Robot Boy. Which implies...
One guy, the giant, there was the giant.
There wasn't Big Zulu there or something.
No, this one giant who stood next to Dingiswayo. No.
Dingiswayo?
Oh, I think I remember.
Ngomane.
No, like, but his build is also like very...
Skinny and scrawny.
The one they killed.
He's tall and...
No, but that's what I'm saying. He's tall and skinny. No one is built like Robot Boy in the Shaka iLembe world, which already implies that nobody from that time had that physique. As in, according to the world of story, no one is built like you. So you look out of place already. You already look out of place because even though no one is built like that. There's people who are skinny and like muscular, scrawny, whatever, but they're not that tall. So even then, you stick out already, and it looks wrong.
When it comes to that, what's important now as producer, as director? What's important, is it selling or now is it telling the narrative? What do you want your audience to do with this? So which one stands for you?
Telling the narrative. The narrative sells itself. We didn't need that.
Filmmakers who want narrative. But the audience...
Yeah, because we think like that. Because now you're thinking for yourself, and usually you're not working to serve your colleagues, you're working to serve the audience.
If they got Robot Boy's dad, because Robot Boy's dad's a poet, like they tried to give Robot Boy a praise. Yeah, if they got Zwide himself, that makes sense. I feel like that makes sense.
Because also I think it's all about working numbers.
But they don't need them.
They went
I feel like
that
they don't need them.
It was unnecessary. I was about
they
to
don't
say
need
that. Because this is Shaka iLembe. Everyone want to watch this. Because when I was reading comments...
But Robot Boy and MacG are not a selling point.
Yes, not everyone.
They have numbers.
Look at your audience, guys. You know you have those ignorant people. You have the people that want to watch Shaka iLembe. So I feel like maybe what they're trying to say, we want everyone to watch. Like when they say everyone, they mean... that's smoking weed because they saw the robot, and someone who's so controversial, who doesn't care, who wants to see Mini go down, those guys, they wanna get them. So like everyone in South Africa should watch, so they want to make sure we made.
So what, potheads and incels?
Yeah,
that's not me personally, no. They could have gotten someone. I feel like they could have gotten someone else. Literally anyone. You could have gotten like Kongo. You could have gotten like Kongo. You could have got
who's that?
From Real Housewives.
Lassie.
She's Zuma's ex.
That's
/ baby mama. Yes! For reality. Because then remember, actually she does. Because Real Housewives, that's a female audience. Shaka iLembe gets numbers from women who are not really interested because of all the men who are muscular and shirtless. So if you have her there, it's like, oh, we want to see her there. And then it's like, oh, let me see what, and then you see, oh, what else is happening here? There's so and so, there's so and so. No, man, I'm not close to mama, Pella. Like, she is a mother. She also wouldn't even allow herself to be dressed like that.
I think great marketing strategy, but I feel
like
a bad move to narrative. Because
maybe the placement upsets me. I'm upset that it happened in the scene with Palatayo and Shaka. It could have happened at the coronation. The coronation, I feel like there could have been so many, because what they do is they use the current praise poet for the king now as the praise poet for Shaka in Shaka iLembe. Yeah, well, so that's like, that introduces a young crossover vibe, because like, who's gonna check you, whatever. But like, the placement, I think, upset me. And it was so random, like, I feel like no cameo should happen after episode 5.
Yeah, I also think like that's the problem.
Like, it should have been the coronation.
It adds to like the issues that the industry has, like how influencers get screen time, whereas they did have a large cast of people who could have appreciated getting that moment on screen. Would have meant so much.
How Ubongo, cause as much as I feel like he also has an iPhone face, but like you could like as in to an extent though. Maybe I'm saying that
he's coming somewhere.
He better.
I think
he better.
Because I feel like
he better.
You can't waste all the good characters. For example, now Dinosaur is gone, Zwide is gone. Who do you have?
Isn't Zwide gonna come back?
Is he coming back?
Zwide.
There's a way that he's gonna come back.
But he dies eventually, though.
Yes, he is gonna die. But also, there's a way that he comes back, and then who kills Shaka? Isn't it him?
No, his brothers do.
Yes, but through Zwide.
No, through Mbopa. You see Mbopa in Shaka, his side.
Yes, I know.
That's how they do it. So no, actually Mkabai. So this is the thing. Mkabai is the one that plans Shaka's, because he's doing too much. He starts doing too much, then she's like, oh no, he's gotta go, and then they plan it together. So Zwide, according to things I read, Shaka kills Zwide the way Dingiswai was killed. So chop your head off. To what I've read, but there's a lot of things that are wrong. That's why I think low-key I was a little upset that Zwide was like alive, but I think maybe I was wrong, which is okay, because like there's too much, because it's oral history, you hear different stories from different people all the time. So I'm gonna accept it, but what I do like is that Zwide's demise, I believe, is linked to Shaka directly, and then Shaka's downfall is his own thing.
Yeah,
because Nandi still has to, Queen Nandi still has to pass away. Then that's really what sets him off and then becomes his downfall. So
I remember that very well. But I feel like we touched on, let's talk about loyalty, guys. Man, was always on the right place.
Oh, love him. I thought he was gonna die. You see the scene, scene where he was defending Dinga and Nompande when Umondisa wanted to kill them. Yo, guys, my heart stopped.
And then
my heart was like,
people chose him. Like,
no, they almost did listen to him, but then Mondisa's right-hand man, Mondisa's own Gomani, then said, put it down, and then, oops. Which shout out to him. That guy, I don't know his name. I couldn't find his name because I don't know the guy's name.
No,
but his performance is actually very...
He was acting before, but it was very good, ne?
Who?
The guy was...
Mondi says Nduna.
Yes. He was acting in a couple of shows back in
I know him from other shows, yes. But I mean, like, in Shaka iLembe, like, even his voice was just, like, very, like, you know. So that was very impressive. That's another honorable mention.
Yeah, but Ngoman, guys.
Get you on Ngomane, bro.
Right,
get you on Ngomane. Like, he's loyal to you, loyal to your mother.
Not sure if,
Sure about what?
Yeah, but yeah.
You're not sure
about... Wow.
You're not sure about what?
He's talking about us.
Oh!
I'm just not sure.
Get you on Ngomane, bro.
Yeah, like, yeah.
I'm definitely on Ngomane.
We need Ngomane in our lives. Alright, guys. That one, I'm a SWAT.
Nah,
but
I'm a SWAT.
And guess.
Let's talk about it's Amaswat and
like I could even her name is
Amaswat Apio Ntombi.
So
sorry.
I don't want to talk much about cinematography.
Yeah, no, we know that's like top
and
tier.
It was beautiful.
As always.
They were chopping and all those.
As always.
But I just want us to talk about the costume. Shirley Masondo. Let's.
My queen.
Yeah, she really.
Please follow me back on TikTok. Please follow me back on TikTok, yo, please.
Queen.
Yes.
They choke.
Please follow, guys. Like both of you, ladies, I love you down. Please follow me back on
They
TikTok.
choke.
I love you so much.
Guys, they choke.
Like with the head thing, I thought ignorantly so. I thought that was like CGI. Like some of it was CGI. Some of it, because I was like, even when they were washing, when Ntombazana was washing it, the way the water went down, I'm like, guys.
Yeah.
Like, now you can like nudge his head and be like, so like, like that was so impressive, and I'm so glad that there were more. They brought us in. I think I was seeing a lot of content of like how they did a lot of the SFX and stuff like that. Like when Sompisi, I think, got his ear cut off, they showed us how they did that. They showed us, they were showing us a lot more things, and I think that gives more recognition, because a lot of people are giving, okay, no offense, but like CGI is great, right? But too much credit is going to CGI when a lot of these things were built, and I don't think a lot of people understand that fact. Like I think, okay, this was this morning on Twitter where they were asking if Gwabulawayo was like the palace that they show, is that CGI or is it actually built? But people are like, no, it actually is built. How much of it, I don't know, but like maybe what was CGI was the smoke coming out of the huts, But otherwise, that actual thing was built. Like I think a lot of people need to give more credit to the teams that actually do it. Designing, yeah, because it's crazy that people still nyata like aesthetics.
Yeah, I feel
like with him, because you spoke about his transition. Most of his transition was literally just on his hair alone. Yes, the fact that his hair, like when he was younger, it's like kind of like, I don't know if it was small on the sides and like, I don't know, something was going on. Yeah. But then now it's like more like has more volume, and then he always has, and now like his ipeshulake like is like darker, and even down to how like he builds muscle. It's more. Whereas before it was like still skinny-ish, like, like that attention to detail. Oh.
Like the aging.
Yes.
If the hair turns grey and the skin doesn't change at all.
It doesn't even look sun damaged a bit.
People usually age like that before. It usually came in the hair to show you are old. It never went into like wrinkles. Wrinkles, it's actually started the white people, because they had all these things that
and their skin
does. Never age
but
like that. It's only starting now.
I think I get that, but still, like you can tell what's no man.
You say that because you are in this world.
When they come closer, obviously you can this guy goes to gym. He's still.
You say that because you're living in this world
in this
now.
I understand
if
because they never had
ancestors' pictures. They were all like that. They could be saying
their skin was like,
and they still look like
I mean, they ate boiled food, boiled veggies, like everything was like. I don't think my only issue was that sometimes, like they would add too much gray hair. So like for Queen Mkabi, which is Senzangakhon's first wife, when we see her again, her whole thing has gray hairs, like patches. But then towards the end, it's like only here, and like a little bit at the top. And I'm like, okay, so how old is she?
But also, remember that's how they used to do their hair. Remember, as we relax with a cream, but then they use with stone. So that stone could turn that grey hair to black inyan. So I get that
if that was the explanation, yeah, that does make sense.
As an audience for now, that's what you think. But I feel like they did so much good research, because that's how
would
they
make
used
sense.
To do their hair back in the days. So like because like now we dye, but now they used to straighten their hair with a hot stone.
That makes sense.
I feel like I agree with that one, especially the one you're talking about, like physique and stuff. Like I've seen pictures of like all people back in the days. You can tell.
Some people also are just naturally.
Yeah, but also now
I even have my own cousin who's
guys.
Like,
it's the food we eat.
Yeah. Refined. I just had KFC. You're only saying KFC because I just ate it. Don't judge me.
Also, like your cosmetics, like people are so delved into cosmetics. Now we all wanna be yellow bones. Like
it's chemicals.
The skin routines are 2000.
Exactly.
Yeah, you see, those people
skincare, but the skin doesn't care.
Yeah. Food.
I mean, refined carbohydrates,
even
all that
gym,
stuff.
if you think about it, those guys were not actually like gymming. Like them by doing like activities in the day.
Yeah, because you go fetch water. That's why like if you look at Zulu women, Venda women, and women, they're always like so strong because like they still go like to those things. If you compare, like for honestly, like if you compare a Sotho from the Free State and a Sotho from Lesotho woman, the Lesotho woman is strong because like they still go fetch water, they still go to the garden, like the things that you do, like a woman that stays in the house, and a woman that does garden. They are totally different when you're going to.
Just the other day, I was telling my brother, like I used to run. I don't know like how many kilometers like I would cover like when I was young, and I was like very young. I was revisiting when I was young, like taking care of the cows, like living there in the bush.
How?
Yeah.
Yes. So that's like, cute.
Now, when I'm checking the distance, I used to cover when I was young, and now I can't even walk from here to Kilani.
I can't even walk up the stairs without breathing.
Yes, because I'm lazy. But
like I'm worse.
The distance we used to cover back in the days was like insane.
But I can carry heavy things. It's just I can. Okay, but like I'm not built like them.
Look at that.
I'm not built like them.
It's not allowed because you're gonna like lose yourself when you grow older. But when it's that day, like you look at women, they will carry a guess. But now when I carry a guess, my mom will be like, no, you're not a boy. I'm like, I'm a man. So like you see those things, because like you're gonna hedge your bag, you're gonna like now we have body miscarriages because you're doing those heavy things like
there's a lot. Yes, pure. I feel like we've chopped everything. Tandiswa. We've chopped everything. I'm not sure if you wanna add in
because he said Tandiswa, now he's Mazwai.
Barking. CDS.
Yeah.
Production design.
Yeah.
Editing, scene. Is there anything you wanna like? Just brush.
Editing. Specifically for.
Wait, you wanted to talk about sound?
Did I?
And music. You guys were saying the sound.
Oh, I'll get there. After editing. On the episode where, literally the moment where Dingiswa was about to. I wasn't gonna cry. Like, I wasn't. Right? I wasn't gonna cry. And until they did that thing where they show, I guess he says his clan names. So they're doing they put in the sticks, it makes it a rhythm, you know, the whole rhythm. Then he says, Smama, etc., etc., etc. So I wasn't gonna cry. But they go to the people, Dingiswayo, the cows. Dingiswayo, the cows, the people. Dingiswayo, you know, like that whole thing. That's when I cried. I think that's when I actually learned how editing can actually like manipulate how you view something, because I know what happens. Okay, I didn't know about the cow part where like they trampled over him, but like I legit wasn't gonna cry. I was just gonna like, oh man, like that sucks, until that last moment I said and then it was done. I like literally because of the editing. So that was really cool, and a bunch of other things were cool as well. Okay, so for sound, in the last episode, actually I noticed something very funny. Right.
Where?
When Zwide and Shaka were fighting. Because I guess they're trying to show that Zwide is not as in his prime as he used to be. Which also, why was he fighting? I also don't know why he was fighting with all that regalia on him. Because like Shaka was like bare. He was like, hey, I'm ready to fight. But maybe that was the whole thing, to show like his ego and stuff. But like but like I think in that moment when he hit Zwide on the head, and then it went. That was so funny to me, and I rewatched it like twice. That was really funny. But I think sound always delivers, especially with the stabbings and the cracking of bones and all that. I think that made it more believable, because obviously that's all stunts.
Yeah, like I think that for me, what I loved with sound and music, like I got to get some barking comparisons with Dune. Like sound, I was mentioning it, like there's that barking theme song barking.
Mteto.
No. Is it Mteto? The one with the whispers?
Is that not?
Is it
Let's
Mteto
go.
or Zwide?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it is. No, it's Mteto. It's a Mteto thing.
Yeah. There's also like
I
similar
think-
scores from Barking.
I think.
Dune. Yeah.
Okay.
And when I'm looking at how music is so strong and powerful for
Very
Shaka
much
iLembe
so.
and what they did with Dune, because
And it's the music in Shaka iLembe is multi-purpose because there's a song, it's called Fathers and Sons. Love that song down. Actually one of my favorite ones off the soundtrack, right? They use it for, obviously it's about, I think it's about like rejection or whatever, or like literally fathers and sons. So whenever there's stories about succession or whatever, they'll use it. But they also use it when Kawai is narrating and they're showing kingdoms. They also use it in love scenes. They use it for yearning. They use it for pain. I think I like how a lot of the songs in Shaka iLembe are multi-purpose.
No, they were chopping.
100%.
They were chopping. They were chopping.
They must drop there's some new, I don't know if there were new scores, but I know there are new songs that like artists made. So they dropped 2 albums the last time. The one with all the scores and then the other one with the artists that made music for like the credits or something. They need to do that for season 2, like
Shout out
ASAP.
to, what's his name? Is it Philip Miller?
Philip Miller, the one and only.
Uba
Musokos. Love him down.
They chop. I don't know.
Love
I
him
think
down.
we're done.
Yeah.
We chop. Guys, that was it for Shaka iLembe, and today Kay is not here to do the scoop. But
I can do it.
I think Apo is ready. She came ready.
I was
She
here
said,
since
"I'm
day
gonna
one.
be- Yeah, I'm gonna be Kay. So sign us out.
Oh. Why? That's on the spot. I was gonna follow you.
No, don't you wanna like sign us out?
How?
So you don't watch our episode?
Subscribe.
It's been a while.
Nah.
Oh,
we're not
like,
posting this one.
no.
From MzansiScope.
I got it.
Okay.
Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Yeah. Oh, and follow.
Alright guys, that's it from MzansiScope. Which one are we calling today?
Yeah, Baba.
Which one?
Ooh. No, that's a song. I like so many. Now my brain is not
Just
choosing.
choose one. Simple.
Hey, bro.
Tandy, so. We're signing out with Tandy, so. I think let's do. Yeah, let's do Skid. It's fine. It's fine.
Is it skitty?
Skid. Let's go. Yes, guys. Thank you for watching, and yeah, that's it.
Skitty. Oh my.
I'll stop at the grave. Now I'm on a wave. Focus on brave. Walk like a slave. Tripping and falling, but I stand all day. Sipping while plotting how I walk my way. Back to the hustle. Never gonna crumble.